Hi guys, it's Diro again. Welcome to another episode of our Breakout series. So in this episode we're gonna create the death and the victory screen. So we know when our player is dead or victorious. So I'll start by creating the UI for the death screen. Okay, let's create a new panel and assign some gray color to it. Okay, let's rename the the panel to game over panel and create one text object in it, which will contain the text game over. So I'll write game over, center it, and set the font size to 50. I'll also set the horizontal and vertical overflow to overflow, and shift it a little on the y-axis. And I want to set a custom font that I want to use. So I'll create a new folder called fonts, and here I'll paste my font. I'll paste a link in the description where you can download this font if you want to use it. So once I have imported my font, I'll assign it to the game over text. Now let's change the color of the text to be a little more whiter, and let's create also a button. This button, the purpose of this button will be to restart the game once our player is dead. So here I'll lower the width, change the height also to 35, and remove the sprite so the button is square and don't have rounded corners. Okay, what next? I'll here let's type try again, and change the color of this button to the font size, the font also to square, increase the font size to 80. And change the color to white. I'll also change the color of the button to be something similar to the title. Okay, this looks good. I'll just shift a little the button to be a little further away from the title. I think maybe minus 50 pixels is okay. Okay, so this is our game over screen. Let's set it to inactive, and now let's work on the bow death. So what we need to do, we need to create a death wall script, and this script will be attached to our death wall, if you remember from the previous episode. So we are gonna detect each time a bow is colliding with our death wall. So on this collision, we're basically gonna destroy the bow. So here I'm gonna use the onTriggerEnter2D method from Unity and check whether or not the collision is tagged with bow. So I'm gonna get the bow reference from the colliding object, and here I'm gonna remove the bow from our collection of bows. Okay, and after that I'm gonna implement a die method in the bow, and basically in the die method I'm just gonna destroy the bow. But first let's remove the start and update method, set the access modifier to public for the method. Okay, and in addition to destroying the bow, I'll also raise an on bow death event here. So I'll just invoke the method if it's not null. If you're not familiar with the syntax, just checking if it's not no and then invoking it. And after that, I'm gonna destroy the bow. But here I'll put a small delay with 1 second. So it's not immediate, just 1 second delay. Okay, nice. I think maybe we are ready to test. So watch the scene view as our bow is dropping below, and when it passes this dead collider, it is getting destroyed. So that's what we need to do. Alright, great. Now next thing we need to do is to actually reward the level. So once we lose all of our bows, we need to restart the current level. So how do we do this? In the game manager, I'm gonna subscribe to onboarded event. Okay, here in the onboarded event, I'm gonna check how many bows we have remaining, and if the count is less than 0, this means that we need to lose one of our lives. But currently we are not keeping track of our lives, so I'll introduce a new property called lives. So yeah, but I also need a variable to store what are my initial lives. So I'll introduce another public variable that will be configurable from Unity and set the default value to 3. So in the start method, I'll assign these available lives to lives, and in the lives property, I'll track the current lives. So I'll set it here. Great. So here, in the case that we have lost all of our lives, we basically are gonna show the game over screen, and if we have more lives remaining, we'll just restart the level. So what we're gonna do here is to reset all active bows. Imagine that we have more than one. Actually stop the game and yeah, and reward the level. Okay, how do we do this? We invoke the boss manager instance, and here we'll create a new method called reset boss. So I'll press Ctrl dot and enter, and then I'll press F12 to go to the method, and yeah, here I'll basically destroy all active bows. So here this to list thing is important, because otherwise it will throw us an error. Okay, so I'm resetting the bow, and also I'm initializing the bow. So what this does is it's destroying all bows, but it's initializing just one bow. So it's like a reset. Okay, next thing is to set the isGameStarted to false, so the game is paused. And now we'll have to implement this reward level logic. But first thing, one thing to not forget is when you subscribe to event, it's always a good idea to unsubscribe at some point. So here I will use on disable and unsubscribe for this event. Sometimes it's causing an error, it's not always. Okay, now let's implement this world level method in the bricks manager, and here I'll pass the current level. So this will basically be like rewarding. Okay, press Ctrl dot and enter to create the method, and then go with F12 to the method. So let's implement it. Okay, change the public modifier, the access modifier to public, and then what we'll do here is to assign the provided level to the current level property, and then I'll create one sub method which will be clear remaining bricks. So this method will basically destroy all of our remaining bricks in case we have some. So I'll iterate to each brick here with for each loop, and basically destroy every remaining brick. Here also it's important to have to list in order to work with separate array. And I'm just gonna invoke destroy. With game object. Okay, great. Now we have this. I'll go back to the world level method, and once we have destroyed all remaining bricks, we just need to invoke the generate bricks, and that will recreate all bricks that I need. But here one important thing is this initialization of the collection to be inside generate bricks. So I'll put it there. So each time that we invoke generate bricks, we are basically recreating this collection from scratch. Elsewhere, otherwise we're gonna have an error. Okay, one important thing is to go into the brick class, and here where we are losing all of our hit points, for the brick, to also remove the brick from the remaining bricks collection. This is important. Okay, nice. Now let's go back to the game manager and actually create a reference to the game over screen. So I'll create a new public field of type game object, which is called game over screen, and here when we lose all of our lives, I'll just set this game object to active. This will basically this will show the screen to us. Okay, so now what we need to do, just a second, let me think. Yeah, I'll create one method called restart game, and this method will be wired with the button from the UI. So here I'll just restart the current level. I'm using scene manager, world scene method, and I'm passing the current index of the active scene. So scene manager get active scene dot build index. This will give us the index of the current scene. Okay, I think maybe we can test it out. So let's go to Unity, and yeah, I'll just wire this on click button to invoke the game manager restart game. So once you click the try game button, it will restart the game. Okay, this is good. I'll hide the game overlay, and let's test it out. So we need to lose 3 lives. So this is 1, 2, and 3. And oh, it looks like I have missed something, and yeah, I believe that this is I forgot to put a reference to in the game manager. In the game manager we need to drag the game over screen. So this should do it, I think. So now it should work. We are losing 1 life, 2nd life, and then 3rd life. And yeah, the game over screen is popping, and once we hit try again, the game is restarted. So I'll go now to the bricks manager and choose another level. Just to show you that the destruction is working, and here I'll destroy a couple of more bricks. And yeah, as you can see, once we lose 1 life, all the bricks are regenerated, and when we lose three lives, our game is restarted. Okay, great. Now let's continue by creating the victory screen. So this one should not be that hard. From the UI point of view, it's basically the same as the game over screen. literally. Just we are gonna change the text. So I'll change the game over screen to be victory, and then I'll change the try again button to be play again. But the logic behind it will be basically the same. You are again restarting the game. Okay, let's hide this window and go to Visual Studio. Okay, here in the Games Manager, I will subscribe to on-brick destruction. So basically, to show the victory screen, we need to keep track of all remaining bricks. And once we have destroyed all bricks that in the current level, we need to go to the next level. And once we have reached all levels, we will show the victory screen. So here on brick destruction, I'll check what is the count of the remaining bricks. So if the count is less than 0, this means that we have cleared the level. And here I'll invoke this method that it's not existing now. Reset both. No, my mistake. I think we already implemented it. So I'll reset the both and also set the game is game started to false. And also I'll implement one new method, which will be what next level. Let's go there and implement the method. What do we need here? It's quite simple. We just need to increment the current level by 1. So using ++. And then we are gonna check if the current level after the incrementation is greater or equal to the count of our levels. If this is the case, then this means that we have reached our end goal. So we show the victory screen. Else, this means that we just need to vote the next level. So I'll here invoke vote level and provide the current index, which is already updated. Okay, that's nice. Let's now implement the show victory screen. I'll go there by pressing F12, and here it will be the same as the game over. I'll just create a reference to the victory screen and yeah, set it to active. Okay, set to active true. And yeah, just not forget to wire this in Unity. So I'll open again the game manager, and here I'll connect the victory screen. Okay, nice. Let's now test this out. How do we test it? One option is to clear all the levels as they currently are, but this will take us a long time. So in order to do this quickly, I'll clear all my previous levels and create 3 very easy levels. So I'll create one level. The first level will contain only 1 brick, the second will contain 2, and the third level will contain 3 bricks. So let's do this. Now in the bricks manager, I'll just check that we are starting from the first level, and yeah, let's test this out. Now I'll destroy this brick, and immediately I'm loaded to the second level. Here I'll destroy the second brick on the second level, and on the third level I'll destroy all 3 bricks. And yeah, this is it. I'm done with all the levels, and yeah, I'm presented with the victory screen. We can maybe in future have some transitions between the levels, so because currently we are switched from one level to another, and yeah, it's not that clear for the user. But for now, I think this will work. So yeah, now we have victory and death screen, which is pretty nice. And yeah, this looks kinda completed game, almost. So I'll just put back the original levels, and yeah, I think this is it guys for this episode. So yeah, in the next one I'm gonna work on the score screen. So here on the top we are gonna have a score, which we're gonna track the remaining levels, and I mean the remaining lives and the current score of the player. So that's what we are gonna do on the next level, on the next video. And once we are done, we're gonna start with the more fun stuff, which is you know, those special effects that you can collect once you destroy the bricks. So yeah, that's it for now. I hope guys you like and it's useful for you. If you have some comments, please write down in the comments, and if you enjoyed the video, you can give a like, and also don't forget to subscribe, because I'll try to publish new videos each weekend. So yeah, just subscribe if you are interested, and yeah, see you guys in the next video. Cheers.